After months of relentless training, hours of effort, and tests so great I didn't know if I would survive them, my work had finally paid off. Some months ago, when I'd first learned that there were gaps in my knowledge, I'd had no real idea what I was signing up for. Now, with it finally done, I beamed with pride as I looked down at the starched piece of paper, a symbol of my accomplishment. Fredrick Frankford Fletcher, I read aloud, relishing the finely embossed print resting on the cream-colored background. Certified Public Parahuman Accountant. Parahuman being, of course, the term applied to all creatures of supernatural origin currently residing in the world. Learning about the parahuman world, through virtue of my own death, hadn't been nearly as disturbing to me as learning there were whole sections of laws, tax codes, and deduction options for my kind. This meant that I'd been doing my job without all the tools available to me, and, like working a calculator without a 9 button, I found that utterly unacceptable. So, after 4 months of studying, certification tests, and a dreary weekend at a conference in a Seattle Holiday Inn, I'd closed that gap in my knowledge and gained the new accreditation to prove it. But perhaps I should digress for a moment. My name, as stated on the certificate, is Fredrick Frankford Fletcher, though nearly all of my friends and acquaintances call me Fred. I am also an Undead American, a vampire specifically, and an accountant. In fact, I ran my own company, which now had a whole new section of clients I could appeal to. The parahuman world is rich with magic, intrigue, and adventure, but it seems not a lot of folks like to do the job of crunching numbers come tax time. I greatly prefer the latter to all 3 of the former, so I was happy to have found a niche where I could be both useful and make a tidy profit. "I'm so proud of you," Crystal said, walking over and planting a kiss on my cheek. She nearly spilled some of the champagne in her cup, yes, I said cup, onto the certificate below. Of course, I'd already had it framed and protected by glass, but I still winced as the pale, bubbly liquid surged up to the edge of the plastic container before plunging back down. "Thank you," I replied, giving her a brief hug. Despite the fact that we'd now been together for over half a year, I was still shy about public displays of affection. Crystal, knowing this quite well, never missed the opportunity to embarrass me with such over-the-top actions. "What does this mean?" Albert asked from the kitchen. He was my assistant, as well as a zombie, and a more loyal or well-intentioned person I could scarcely imagine.